Hey guys, RB here, blogging from paradise. Let's get low. Let's get it going on Facebook. There we are. What's going on, guys? RB here, blogging from paradise. Before we dive into today's live broadcast, which is starting at 9:33 a.m. Korea time. Good mid-morning from Korea, where blogging paradise is located now. For a bit more. Before we dive into today's live broadcast, guys, for your call to action, stop by bloggingfromparadise.com. I sell blogging courses that I've created and blogging ebooks that I've written to guide you on your blogging journey. Two of the courses are how to get featured on world famous blogs and how to become a pro blogger in 5 steps. I've also written and self-published and sell a series of PDF guides, very rich resources, in-depth, detailed, soup to nuts type deals that guide you on your blogging journey. And there's some inspirational reads in there as well. So guys, today I want to talk about a few helpful ways to drive quality blog traffic. Oh, and another point too on bloggingparadise.com, guys. I publish helpful blogging tips daily, as of now. Was I saying? Traffic, of course, is the lifeblood of every blog. Quality blog traffic. So, in order to succeed, we want to learn how to draw highly targeted, interested readers to our blogs. This is what we call quality blog traffic. Now, why do you want quality blog traffic? Well, if you don't have it, you're just publishing a cyber diary. So if nobody visits your blog, you're publishing a cyber diary. It's only for yourself. If, I guess I'd call it low quality blog traffic, but ultimately it's just not targeted. If people just stop by your blog and they don't really want what you have to offer as far as your content, your blogging courses like I sell, your blogging ebooks like I sell, if they're not interested in your advertisements, if you're embedding advertisements on your sidebar or anywhere on your blog, we call this low quality blog traffic because it's people that don't really want to be there, or they don't really want what you have to offer. So you're never going to generate sales or income because the people who visit your blog won't be interested in your ebooks, in your courses, in your ads, or in your services. So we're looking for high quality blog traffic. So these are the methods, or these are a few methods that help you drive that level of traffic. First step, publish only. I'll say only, but really most of the time, long form content. What is long form content? It is a blog post, or long form content consists of blog posts that are 1,200 to 1,500 words or longer. 1,200's the threshold for me on Blogging from Paradise. I've ranked 1,200 word posts, maybe even shorter posts on page 1, position 1 a few times. And I don't really focus on Google traffic because I have a lot of organic traffic through other channels that I've earned over a long period of time. Long form blog content, as far as a general agreement, hits the mark in terms of drawing highly interested, highly targeted people to your blog. And we call this quality blog traffic. So for whatever reason, people expect a blog post to be, just as a general agreement, at least 600 words. I'm talking about a blog post. Anything less is just too thin according to what we believe, a general agreement. That's all you deem it. Long form blog content, 1,200 words, 1,500 words, somewhere in that area or more, that's highly detailed. And that's the key, guys. You're not just writing a bloated post. A lot of bloggers make the mistake of saying, oh, write more words than the other guy, or I want to write this many words. That's a bad idea. You're not going to drive much blog traffic at all, and certainly not quality blog traffic, because if you're just trying to fulfill an arbitrary word count and you're not thinking about the detail, the clarity, the in-depth nature, the crispness of the post, crispness, you won't drive traffic. Because if your content is low quality or poor, it doesn't matter if it's 10,000 words, people aren't going to read it. So think quality first. Think lots of details, lots of practical tips. Inject them into your posts, and then you want to reach that 1,200 to 1,500 word count. You'll find that these are the type of posts that draw traffic organically. So they drive organic traffic, which means people visit the post and some will share it, goading more people to visit the post, which is, of course, increasing your blog traffic. They're sharing it based on the value, the quality, the helpfulness, the benefit of the blog post. So it's like doing a really good job with each post, going long form, taking your time, publishing a helpful, detailed, practical post. So then, yes, you'll do some social sharing and you'll send it out to your list, and there'll be some marketing, but then your readers will market it for you too. And you'll draw new readers to you, new traffic, new blood to your blog based on the quality of the post through all types of channels, through YouTube, where I'm broadcasting live, through Facebook, where I'm broadcasting live, through Facebook groups, through LinkedIn groups, through Twitter, through Reddit and Quora, through Scoop It, Medium, wherever channels you're promoting the post, and maybe through channels where you aren't even promoting it, but readers who enjoy the content because it's so good and so thorough and just long form and meaty, beefy, they'll promote it through channels that you don't even use. I signed up for Reddit a number of years ago. I think it was 2016. But people were sharing my posts on Reddit organically before I even had an account over there. I happened to look it up recently. I'm like, oh, wow, they're sharing Blogging Paradise stuff there a long time ago. 2013, well, 2014 is when I created the blog. So I thought that was really cool because I wasn't on the network. I didn't have an account on Reddit, but my loyal readers and other folks who found my blog through different channels organically, without me even promoting it there, without me having a presence over there, they shared it for me. That's the beauty of organic content. It pops up on the radar screen in spots you hadn't even visualized or imagined or just thought about because the content's really good. And long form content, 1,200, 1,500 words in depth. Of course, that ranks higher on Google too. That's really another strong point. Long form content tends to nab page one, position one. And it goes back to that general expectation, guys, that readers think, believe, agree on 1,200, 1,500 words worth of practical, detailed tips in depth pleases them. It benefits them the most. So when you're publishing long form content, guys, do it regularly. Aim for at least one post a week to be relevant, to be in the stream, to be timely, because your blog is technically a news site. Now, you're not going to publish at the clip of a news site because you're an individual blogger or maybe you have a couple guest bloggers. It's not about trying to mimic that level of scale, but it is keeping in mind that your blog or web blog is a news, technically a news type site, meaning you'll be publishing new content. Try to at least weekly or definitely bi-weekly to be timely, because things change in time and space. You probably figure that out. And bloggers that aren't publishing content regularly, that are not keeping up with the change, or not even so much keeping up with the change, but that aren't publishing an in-depth resource. A blog is the collection of posts. It's not one or two pillar style posts. That's a website. Even if it's a couple posts, even if it's just one post, that's a website. It's static, basically. You got to keep putting content out there that's helpful, detailed, in depth, and long form. So that's step one, or tip one, a good way, helpful way, or ways to drive, helpful ways to drive blog traffic. Yeah, some quality blog traffic there. Number two, promote your blog posts through highly targeted channels spread across a wide range. Now, I'm doing a pretty good job in this department, but I want to get back to doing a really good job. What am I saying? Number one, you want quality blog traffic. So share the post with hashtags related to your niche. Share the post in spots where your targeted readers meet. Okay? Practically speaking, for a blogging tips blogger like myself, little haircut. More than one. This is a practical example, just to give you an idea. After I publish a post, in a few minutes, a post that I scheduled 2 weeks ago will go live on bloggingfromparadise.com. It will go live. I've scheduled it. It'll be published roughly 10 a.m. Korea time, which is, I thought I was doing 9. Well, I guess 10. 9 p.m. New York City time. The night before, of course. After the post goes live, it is published. I will send it to my email list. So I'll email it to my list. That's one channel. That's highly targeted, people who signed up for my email, but only active subscribers. So it's the most targeted. It's only emailing people who are opening the posts, opening the emails, reading the posts. So I email only active subs, only engaged, because that's all that matters. I'll share it on Twitter with a blogging tips hashtag, and I'll also note new post on Blogging Paradise. So that's highly targeted. I'll share it on my Facebook profile with the Blogging Tips hashtag. I'll share it on my 2 Facebook pages, bloggingfromparadise.com, which is a fairly targeted blogging tips page, not .com, Blogging from Paradise, and then my Ryan Bidoff page on Facebook, which drives some organic traffic through Google. At least it appears on Google. Comes up under my search for my name time to time. Then I'll share it on a Pinterest board, but maybe I want to bump that up to a number, but it's the Blogging from Paradise board. Yeah, I'll do that today. I'll get back to that. I've joined a number of blogging tips themed boards on Pinterest, so I've been lax in this area, but today I'm going to hold myself to it. I'm going to share it to a number of blogging tips themed boards on Pinterest. This is one way to drive blog traffic. You go wide as far as the channels, but on each channel you target specifically. You always want to think quality. Share it for people who want what you have to offer. Then I'll share it on LinkedIn, in a profile with the blogging tips hashtag, and I'll share it in a marketing group on LinkedIn. You can share it on groups, but I share it in a marketing group, which is not hyper targeted, but it's targeted enough. And I add the blogging tips hashtag. Then I'll share it on, these days I'm sharing it on MeWe. Then I share it on Medium, where I include the title and like the first 2 paragraphs, and then I link to continue reading, and the continue reading link points to the blog post. So it's not a syndication, it's a little intro, and I direct readers to the blog post. Then when I share it, send it out to my Medium list, and I include the blogging tips keyword. Then I share it as an article on LinkedIn. So I'll copy the post from Medium, paste it into LinkedIn, the paragraph, and the continue. Maybe I'll toss an image on there. Then when I share it, I add the blogging tips hashtag. Then I will create, although I haven't done this as much recently, but I'm going to do it again today. I'm going to hold myself to it. No, actually, I kind of done it. No, I've done it. I've kind of hopped back and forth a little bit, but I'll create a short on YouTube, a reel on Facebook, and a short video on LinkedIn, and also a short video for Twitter. And I'll share it on Twitter, on YouTube as a short, on my Facebook profile as a reel, maybe on various Facebook communities related explicitly, specifically to blogging tips as a reel, maybe as a story in those Facebook communities as a reel. And of course, I'll have shared it on my LinkedIn profile and in that marketing LinkedIn group. So this is a basic example, and I can expand it a little wider, but you're seeing this is how to drive quality blog traffic. You're sharing your post in a lot of spots, and then you're sharing shorts that either point to the post, or at least you have the blogging tips hashtag that draws interest. So you'll be driving traffic to the post that's highly targeted in a bunch of different spots. And it's an expansive symbolic mindset. We're going really wide as far as where you share it, but then each spot where you're sharing it is targeted, because you always want to think quality. You know, a lot of bloggers just email their list, and that's all well and good. Nothing wrong with that. Many different strategies you could follow, yet you do symbolically leave traffic on the table when you don't work these channels. Because I could even see on Facebook when I'm sharing to different groups related to blogging tips, these are highly targeted groups. When I share this content, guys, it's generating interest. I'm getting readers and followers and people who love what I do, who want blogging tips. These are bloggers who really crave these tips. So naturally, when you give the people what they want, they'll come back to your blog and you'll drive traffic along these channels outside of your email list. So do your best if you want helpful ways to drive traffic to think really expansively. It's like the general talisman of wisdom: think big. It just means think expansively. Think wide. Challenge yourself to peel open your mind. The traffic's out there. You don't have to go grab it and pull it to your blog, but you want to be truly helpful and market and serve and bond along certain channels online that you can keep expanding. And you'll find that this will help you drive traffic. And when you don't, generally speaking, you're going to have a hell of a time driving traffic. It's going to be very difficult because you're not using what's out there. It's not just Google, guys. And if you noticed, I haven't even mentioned Google because I don't drive a lot of Google traffic since I gain organic traffic through these other channels. I'm just not guided to do it. So I'm not guided to do it. I don't do it. So that's another way to drive blog traffic. Now, yes, I will mention Google. So if you're writing long form content, which you've established in tip 1, target the post around keywords related to your niche. You want to write a properly formatted blog post. So you're going to use headers. And this goes for tip 1, but of course with Google. Using your paragraph, short, snappy sentences. You could link into helpful posts on your blog. You could link out to thorough resources. Write a clear, simple title. Keep it really, really simple, guys. The simpler you can keep it, the more traffic you will drive, because people know exactly what they're getting. They'll click and you have traffic. And as far as Google traffic, guys, just be really helpful. That's the biggest tip. I think most bloggers don't rank because the details do play a part, all the SEO details and the plugin stuff, but it's the content. If you're thorough, detailed, you hit the mark, you're adding practical tips, you're drilling down in depth. Slowly but surely, it's a long haul game, but you'll drive traffic through Google. Now, number 4, I guess, right? Engage in a genuine blog commenting campaign. Read posts from within your blogging niche. Publish genuine comments, maybe a paragraph or 2. Address your fellow blogger by name. Sign off with your name. You will drive targeted blog traffic when you leave authentic comments on blogs, when you submit, publish, place. Directly, readers and bloggers will click on your name, which points to your blog. So you'll link to your blog through your name, put the blog in the URL field, type it in there, which is cool when you have direct traffic. Of course, it's a no follow link, but it's about building relationships and you'll gain direct traffic to the link. So that's really good, and targeted traffic at that. But even more powerful, guys, the relationships you build with fellow bloggers through a genuine blog commenting campaign where you're fleshing out, discussing a point or two made in the post. The bonds you establish will lead to guest blogging opportunities, interview invites, organic backlinks where a blogger will mention you on their blog. And this happened at least twice for me on neilpatel.com. So I published a number of really detailed, in-depth comments. Neil clicked through to Blogging from Paradise. He liked what he saw because I was publishing long-form, detailed, helpful content. And he dropped, I believe, I know at least 2 mentions of me, but a series of backlinks to Blogging from Paradise. Let's just say neilpatel.com points to Blogging from Paradise. So this is one of the top bloggers in the world. Blog commenting helped me, in part, gain backlinks from John Chow at johnchow.com, John Morrow at smartblogger.com, Darren Rouse at bloggingtips.com, Adam Connell at Blogging Wizard, and Matthew Woodward. I know he changed his name. He used to be MatthewWoodward.com, the blog's name. I'm trying to remember what it is now. But Matthew Woodward's blog. So these are many of the top bloggers in the world in my niche or in similar niches. These are the creme de la creme. All of them point backlinks to bloggingfromparadise.com, in part based on blog commenting. So don't just think of the direct benefit, guys. And if you have any questions, you want to know how to blog comment effectively, I have written and published and self-published, a really in-depth guide called How to Build an Online Empire Through Blog Commenting. This is a very beefy guide. It's a very meaty guide. It is a soup to nuts. I like using that word, but it's really step-by-step, a helpful, concise manual for building something special online through this powerful medium, which so many bloggers overlook. It's still underutilized, guys. So you could buy that or check it out. I sell it there. And if it resonates with you, you could buy it at bloggingfromparadise.com. If you scroll down and see the ebooks tab. And the guide, the PDF ebook guide, is how to build an online empire through blog commenting. And I sell it through PayHip. I sell all my ebooks these days, guys, only through Gumroad and PayHip. If you see it anywhere else, it's not me. Only buy them through bloggingfromparadise.com, or I'll direct you to Gumroad and PayHip. So let's get on to the next tip for driving quality blog traffic. Guest post. Guest blogging is a powerful way to leverage your presence. Now, currently I'm not engaged. I've moved on from it because I've guest posted quite a bit over the years and I'm not told to do it. Now, not really guest posting that much at all. I have guest blogged thousands of times over the years, many thousands if you add everyone up. So I've gone through stretches where I'd guest post hundreds and hundreds of times on blogs in my niche. Maybe I went a little off niche and that was an error, but live and learn. But during this stretch, guys, I realized it is a practical, simple way to leverage your presence. So let's say you have 50 visitors a day. Let's just say you have 20 loyal readers on your blog who come back and read your posts. Good job building a tribe. That's awesome. A community. When you guest blog for a blogger who's in your niche, you will find that by publishing detailed content, going long form, you're accessing an almost entirely new audience who becomes familiar with you, your writing, the fact that you're a blogger, your blogging style, and then they visit your blog from the guest post. So you'll get a resource box in almost every case, or you can just leave a link at the end. They'll appreciate the guest post. It's the same niche. They'll click on the link, and then boom, you have quality blog traffic. Guest blogging is one of the better leveraging agents out there, one of the better ways to leverage your presence, because you'll be sharing detailed, helpful content for audiences outside of your own. Now, of course, you may have a little bit of overlap if these are blogging friends of yours who've been promoting you for a while through different strategies. But when you actually guest post, it's a whole different deal. You're talking, hey, Peter. Thanks so much, my friend. Good morning. When you're guest blogging, guys, this medium just helps you reach a lot more highly targeted, highly interested folks seamlessly. But there's an important point to make here, and this is how I teach it, and this is how I also teach in my course how to get featured on world famous blogs. I sell a course on bloggingfromparadise.com. If you click on the courses tab, you'll find it there, and I sell it through Gumroad. That's a digital storefront. But one of the key points that I teach there is, although you can pitch, there's nothing wrong with pitching a stranger. There's nothing wrong with it. There's really nothing right with it. It's not either way. Use your strategy. The best way to land a lot of high quality guest posts with high level bloggers is to build strong relationships with them. And the reason why is this. If you're building strong relationships with top bloggers, you'll be perceived to be credible with those individuals. By building relationships, you're helping them out, commenting generally on their blogs, promoting them on your blog, promoting them on social media, asking for nothing, expecting nothing. You earn their trust by helping them and then cutting the string. This is just one of those fundamental ways to move into higher blogging circles because these folks get blind stranger danger pitches every single day, and you need something to stand out in their eyes. You need to help them to earn their trust rather than just reaching out to a stranger. It's not going to work as you move higher in blogging circles for those like high quality backlinks and those high quality guest blogging opportunities. So that's why I personally don't recommend pitching, only because it wastes a lot of time. You'll be ignored by a lot of strangers. And the one thing you'll learn if you want to blog professionally, and again, I teach it in the course in detail, you have to be very efficient with your time so that the business comes to you, the quality traffic, the income, by making each action all about being helpful and building strong bonds and doing it patiently. So that's why I suggest building strong relationships with bloggers. As you do that and you earn their trust and you're publishing detailed content, you won't even have to ask them. Most will invite you. When Zach Johnson owned bloggingtips.com, he invited me. He asked me to guest post for him, never pitched. Darren Rouse, his contributor at the time, his editor asked me to guest post. I don't think I reached out to him. They asked me. These other high quality mentions, interview requests, high quality backlinks, they flowed to me. Excuse me, guys, morning frog, my throat. Based on the relationships I built. And as far as guest blogging, I think I only pitched 2 bloggers out of the hundreds of guest posts that came my way. So 99.99% of guest posts that I placed had published, they invited me to guest post. That's rare. That doesn't happen a lot. Almost 100% rate of being invited. And that's not arrogance, it's posture. And more than that, it's building friendships to gain trust. Once you gain the trust and you could write because you practiced, publish detailed content, bloggers will want your guest posts, so they'll invite you. It's thinking right side up in an upside down thinking world, right? Because you know how things work in the world. A lot of bloggers do things from fear, rush, hurry, pitch, and they're not blogging effectively. Moving on to, I think we're up to tip number 6, right? Detailed long form content, genuine blog commenting, guest blogging, promoting across a wide range of channels, SEO. So detailed, wide range, SEO, blog. Yeah. Number 6, broadcast live. Broadcast live on Facebook, on YouTube. You can broadcast live on Twitter still. No, not a lot of bloggers do it, but I use it. Why not? And you can do a space on Twitter, which is different. It's the records audio, but it's also a live broadcast technically. Well, technically a live space. Broadcasting live is a simple way to add a face to your blog, to add a human being to the person writing the content, publishing it. Humanizing your blog, if you will, and broadcasting live is one of the simplest ways to do it, will drive organic quality blog traffic because there's a deeper connection you establish with your readers and with new readers who come across your live blog broadcast, who then visit your blog. And when they visit your blog, that's what we call quality blog traffic, because it's coming to you organically based on the quality of your live broadcasts. And on a deeper level, there's this unconscious connection of, oh, he's a person just like me, or I appear to be. Technically, we're all spirit eternal, or eternal mind. Yet, in this little cosmic play we're doing here, time, space, illusion, we do appear to be people. That's a whole other video topic. So you see me broadcasting here on Facebook or on YouTube, and I think since this is a really in-depth video on YouTube, I think I might just publish it as a blog post today. Since I've devoted the time and it's pretty in-depth, I'll embed it. I think I'll do that. It's 30 minutes and I really feel like it's very practical. So I'll say, 6 tips? Maybe I'll go further. Maybe I'll go beyond. Because these are helpful ways to drive blog traffic. So when people see your face, they'll say, hey, I connect with that individual. They're a person just like me. Oh, cool. It's great to see Ryan. I see the words and I've seen him traveling to these places, but that's a real person. And this happens at a conscious level, but deeper. It's not back here in the neck, but deeper in the mind, at an unconscious level, there's a strong emotional connection when we see another person and they're being helpful and we're like, oh, cool. Let me visit their blog. It's kind of a simple way. Although a lot of bloggers, a fair number of human beings have hangups about seeing themselves on video. There's a lot of fear, guilt, grief. Let's just say fear manifest as a state of mind known as self-consciousness. Or you have the fear of failure. So a lot of people don't want to look foolish or look like they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't want to stammer. So it does take some practice, but the upsides are worth it, because on John Chow's blog, one of the high quality backlinks pointing to bloggingfromparadise.com, Zach Johnson mentioned me, and this is a long time ago. I get it, but hey, it's still applicable. It's still evergreen because they're still doing live videos. He mentioned me in a post where I was referenced as a guy rocking it out with live videos. So he was talking about video marketing and how it could help your blog business. And he said live videos were one way that I was already on his radar screen because I was writing and publishing posts for him at Blogging Tips, which he owned at the time. He since sold it. He mentioned live broadcasts were an area where I was basically rocking it out. So you will pop up on the radar screen of folks who hadn't found your blog, which increases your potential blog traffic. And then when people see that human connection, they really appreciate it. Now, my wrap-up point, and this is where we're going to go a little more in depth. I've mentioned specific strategies for driving blog traffic. So we've gone over 6. I want to mention a generalized 7 that does wrap up the blog blog commenting, guest posting, and I've mentioned too promoting other bloggers on your blog, but this could be a real powerhouse, guys. The final tip that does tie a few of these tips together that will really help you, it's so helpful, it's to engage in a genuine blogger outreach campaign. This is one of the more powerful, helpful ways to drive a steady volume of high quality blog traffic. There's a few bloggers I want to mention. I've mentioned a few already, but that come to mind that have helped me by mentioning me, featuring me, inviting me to guest post on their blogs, by linking to me, by promoting me on social media, by promoting me on social media, and promoting bloggingparadise.com, and have helped expand my reach. But before I mention them, I want to stress, we helped each other organically to earn each other's trust with no strings attached. So we made it about helping people, becoming friends, building strong relationships. Then organically, we drove traffic and sales and blogging income to each other's blogs. So that's how it works. But the reason why I want to mention these bloggers is, of course, an appreciation for their support, but to drive traffic to their blog, to boost their blogging business. See how this works, guys? You help and you cut the strings. This is the unity. This is how we really rock it out. And to show you a practical example of how to engage in really strong blogger outreach. So blogger outreach is helping other bloggers, expecting nothing, asking nothing. Comment genuinely on their blogs, retweet their posts, share their posts on Facebook. Now, you tend to want to stick to your niche for the highest quality relationships. You have a strong mutual interest. You can invite bloggers to guest blog, high quality bloggers from your niche, bloggers who could really write. Mention bloggers on your blog, like I'm going to do now, because like I said, I'm going to upload this. I know I already published the post for today, but I would have changed it. You know what? Let's sit tight, guys. I think it probably went live already, though. I can't change the time. I'll double up today. It's all good. A little longer now to get this. I'm in the other room. One of the best blogging decisions to make. Yeah. Well, if I don't do it today, I'll do it down the road. But something tells me probably want to run with it today. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Guys, when you engage in blogger outreach, you build really strong friendships based on trust, and other bloggers will promote you to their audience via their blog, promote you to their social media audiences. They may buy your stuff. They may hire you, drive referral business, so your blogging buddy network increases your quality traffic and blogging income, point blank. They invite you to guest post, like I mentioned. They'll interview you. They'll mention you via these like quick hitter link mentions, which are pretty sweet as well. Now I want to mention a few bloggers because we're at the 40-minute mark before I get this up on bloggingfromparadise.com. Number one, Lisa Sicard at Inspire to Thrive. So I'll link to her. I'll link to the bloggers that I mentioned in this post, in this video. She's been a really super duper helpful blogging friend for many years. One of the first ones that's still at it. Runs the site inspiretothrive.com. Get to know her, guys. Very, very helpful blogger. She's invited me to guest post. She's mentioned me countless times on her blog, retweets my stuff. She's really smart with social media. She does it the right way. She engages, she chats, she keeps it light. She's definitely a blogger to follow. So she's been a pivotal part in Blogging from Paradise success. Anthony AnthonyGainzelli.com. He is like Lisa. He's been around for a really long time, helping me out, mentioning me, engaging me. He publishes, Lisa, really in-depth, helpful content. I've guest blogged for him. I've commented on each other's blogs and just helped each other out. He's also highly skilled on social media. LinkedIn is one of his sites that he works really well. And he's definitely a guy that's good to know. So get to know him. I'll link to him below this video on my blog. Suan Bubatz at Right Mix for Business is someone else. Like my other blogging buddies I've mentioned, she's been around for a really long time and she's been very, very helpful. We've been co-promoting each other and guest blog for each other, and we've engaged on social media. Guys, it is such a simple concept when you really get out of your own head and get out of your ego and move into your heart. If you help human beings and you don't try to squeeze anything out of them or use them or manipulate them, and the ego voice, the voice for fear, will try to do it. If you don't listen and you just say, you know what, I'm going to have fun making friends, these bloggers, as you earn their trust and keep helping them, more and more organically will promote your success, will increase your traffic, your high quality blog traffic, and boost your blogging income. They'll hire you, they'll drive referral business, simply based on you being generous and genuine. It's such a simple concept, and I think so many bloggers lose simplicity when they try to make things complex and they become really manipulative. So Suan's another absolute gem. We've just helped each other out and commented on each other's blogs, and we promoted each other. It's like hiring a company, starting a company. In a way, blogger outreach is, except you don't pay people in money. You dole out generosity, which draws people to you. Then you build really strong friendships. And then these people, like employees of a company, but they're not, it's just friendships, they'll promote you passively around the clock. They'll boost your income. They'll mention you on their blog. They'll retweet your post. They'll share your posts on Facebook. They'll mention you again on their blog. They'll invite you to guest blog. They may interview you, mention you on a YouTube video, like my friends here, mention you on Facebook, like I mentioned for them. And then when your link is popping up all over the place and your name and you're being seen, you'll pop up on the radar screen of more bloggers and high profile bloggers and bloggers with big quality, loyal, highly targeted followings. And then as you pop up on their radar screen, then your high quality traffic, slowly but surely, and blogging income will increase. It's a very simple process, but you have to commit to it for the long haul. And as I sum up everything, we've gone over 7 tips to drive high quality blog traffic. Be patient. Blogging really is, oh my goodness, a big game James sighting. I guess he took time off from fighting grizzlies, huh? Interesting. Being patient, getting your mind right, is the most important step that puts all of these prior steps into motion. So you have to keep at it patiently, persistently, generously. Don't panic. Don't bail and fail. Don't quit. If you see the journey through, you will slowly but surely drive highly targeted, organic quality blog traffic. And then from there, when it's high quality, people really want what you have to offer, you will slowly but surely build your blogging income to the full-time business level. Guys, that's it for today. Mid-morning, now getting into the later morning hours in Songdo, South Korea. Call to action, stop by bloggingfromparadise.com, where I sell blogging courses and blogging ebooks to guide you on your blogging journey. And I publish, as of now, Blogging Tips Daily. Till next time, later Peter and Adon and Big Game James, and everybody who's joined me on YouTube, you know what to do. Enjoy Paradise all.